sitting down, feet just outside hip width apart. You can use your hands if you want, and just let those knees drop down side to side. Use your hand as a post if you need to. Those guys that will remember from home fitness, I kind of attach myself to certain exercises that I really like, and this is one of those at the minute. Really find it's a great way of opening up those hips. Okay, take it round onto your hands and knees here, and we're going to do our fire hydrant series. So let me show you from the front, hands and knees, and all we do is we lift our right leg up to the side, level with the hip, just like we're a dog doing a dog's business. Switch legs now on a fire hydrant. It's got to be where the term comes from. And just a couple more reps on the left hand side. And we're going to stay, there we go, stay on our hands and knees. We're going to go fingertips to temple. We're going to look at our elbow, and we're going to move that elbow underneath our body, thread it through under our arm, and then rotate right way around up to the ceiling. And keep going that, so we're going to get some nice rotation work done through our upper back. And switch sides. So again, thread the elbow underneath, keep your eyes on that elbow at all times. That makes sure that you're getting a nice twist all the way through your upper back. Okay, we're going to go right arm now and left leg, and we're just going to go bird dog. So stretch those fingertips out forward, drive that heel back, bring knee to elbow, and back out again. So we're going to remain balanced on our right knee and our left hand, trying to keep our body in that tabletop flat position, and just working that knee to elbow action. And we'll switch sides. So drive out first of all, make sure that you're braced through your middle, and then you can exhale as you bring your knee to elbow and extend back out again. Exhale out, breathe in as you extend. Make sure when you do extend out that we're just looking for horizontal, arm and leg parallel to the floor, so we don't want to be hyper-extending and pulling them too high up. Okay, from here we're going to plant our hands, lower our hips down, and those guys that got through Wednesday are going to feel this in your abdominals. So get a nice stretch through there, through your abdominals. Tuck your toes, hips go backwards, and then drive them up towards the ceiling behind you into our down dog position. Nice stretch all the way through your back, and bring it back forward. Lower yourself nice and slowly down onto the floor, arms out in front, and we raise, alternate. Right arm, left leg, and lower. And switch sides. So you can rest your forehead on the floor here. Just focus on raising right arm and left leg, left arm and right leg. And as well as raising up, we're extending away as well. So we're lengthening as well as raising. Okay, nice. It's one round done of the warm up. We're going to go through it one more time. So bring yourselves round back to that seated position. We know the format now. So let's try and get a nice momentum going through, starting with our knee swivels. And again, you can carry on using your hand behind you, or you can try and just let those hips rock. Keep your arms sort of in the center here, closer to your chest. If you're anything like me, you'll find yourself edging forward very, very slightly, so you have to keep shuffling back. That's where the hands can be good, because it kind of stops you from rocking forward a little bit. Last one to the side, and then straight away round into our hydrants onto our right leg. Just raising it, your leg up to the same sort of height as your hip. One more rep, and switch sides. So straight out to the side, try and keep your hips and your shoulders nice and level. So we don't want to be turning our whole body here, just raising up the leg. Now we go right fingertips to right temple. Look at that right elbow, thread it underneath, rotate to the ceiling. Thread it underneath, rotate up. Again, we're trying to keep the hips nice and square and just focus on the upper body rotation. Switch sides. And around, under and up, following all the time with your eyes on your elbow. Plant down, and we're going to go left arm and right leg. Drive them out horizontal. Exhale, knee to elbow. Extend, inhale. Exhale, knee to elbow. So you're constantly bracing and being nice and tight and fixed all the way through your middle, through your abdominals, through your back, through your sides, through your hips, your glutes, everywhere. Really brace in strong positions as you move. Switch sides. Exhale up. Inhale, exhale in, sorry, knee to elbow. Inhale out. Exhale, knee to elbow. Try and find a nice rhythm that goes with your breaths there. And as well, we want to make sure that that lower back doesn't arch and change shape too much. And relax. Hands down. Drop the hips down again. We're just going to go a couple of seconds this time. Tuck the toes, hips back, and then up to our down facing dog. Nice stretch through there. Rock it forward. You can go down to your knees if you like, or you can just drop straight back down into that cobra again. Once more, hips back, up to your down dog. And relax it all the way down to the floor for our back alternates. So alternate arm, opposite arm to leg, sorry. We extend forwards and backwards as well as elevating up. Try not to lift too much of your chest off the floor. Think about pinching that shoulder blade up and back in order to raise that arm off the ground. Last repetition. And rest. Okay guys, that's it. We've mobilized, we've activated. We should all hopefully be feeling a little bit warmer now. Caden, if you've got your heating on again, you're going to be properly warm like me. Completely forgot to turn it off again today. I'll learn one of these days. So we've got about 30 seconds till we start. Okay, the first exercise we're going to do nice and simple. It's just a squatting. It's a squat, body weight squat with a reach and a rotation. Okay, here. And all we're going to do is, it's not against any load, so we're just trying to get a good rhythm, a good bit of momentum going. We can have our legs a little bit closer together than we were doing with our squats the other day when we were going a little bit wider, so we can keep not have to worry about those knees coming in too much. Okay, we're ready to go then. So it's our first exercise. I'll give you the next exercise in that 20 seconds rest. 2, 1, here we go guys, let's start. We squat and we rotate and press, and then to the other side. So you just got to imagine that you're kind of lifting the ceiling up. So it's not a passive raise of the arms, really trying to squeeze up towards the ceiling, really engaging from your middle area as you do it. So we're using the legs, the squat, as a base for that driving rotation and press. Constant activation all the way through. Last couple of seconds and rest there. Okay, so this one is a press up. It's a press up and a rotation. We're going to do a close grip press up, so we're going to make a diamond shape. If you can't do the press ups here, you can either go onto your knees or you can just do the rotations. So it's a press and then a T rotation. We ready? Let's go. We drop down, take our whole body onto one side, back to the middle, press, and then over to the other side. Got to balance and control as you go. And again, like with everything else that we've been doing, as you turn and rotate, make sure that you brace from the middle. When we get to round 2 on this one, I'm going to show you a way, if you want to, that you can really make that one even more of a challenging exercise. Okay, 20 seconds rest. We're now going to go into a side plank. We're going to go 20 seconds on our left side, 20 seconds on our right side. So we go up onto a side plank and we're going to rotate. Okay? Are we ready? 2, 1, let's go. Think about your breaths as you're moving through. A lot of this workout here is based around our middle being braced, fixed, strong. Last rotation, 5 seconds, switch sides. Same again, and we go. Have a look here, or a little think, when you do your rotation, do your hips go backwards? If they do, and you're losing that connection through your middle, really try maybe not to rotate quite so far, and rest there. Oh, feel that one in the abs from the other night. Okay, here we go, good old fashioned boot camp exercise. It's a squat thrust, so we squat down, plant our hands, thrust, out, back in, upright your chest, and jump. When we repeat, repeat, repeat. Ready? Go. Squat down, thrust, out, jump. Now you can slow these down a bit. There, land, place your hands, hold, here, jump. Or you can make them nice and fluent. And that's really going to get that heart rate kicking up. 40 seconds worth of this kind of action. Always make sure that you squat down to touch your hands. Don't just bend your back and rest. And very sharp underneath there. Stone. Okay. Whew. Plank pullovers. So we start in a plank position here. And then what we're going to do is use our arms. The legs are just for balance. We press the hips back. We pull forward. Are we ready? Plank position, 2, 1, let's go. So press the hips back and up, pull forwards. It's very easy here, pull forwards to use your legs. Try and have your focus onto what your arms are doing into the floor. So when those hips are back and your arms are extended above your head, press your hands down into the mat or into the floor in order to activate and get those back muscles working. And rest. You can't get away from the fact that that's going to get you in your thighs. But the focus there is to try and get as much of the movement originating from the shoulders. Climber combo. 20 seconds of regular climber, 20 seconds spider climb. Are we ready? Let's go. So a regular climber, just bringing those knees up, alternating one at a time up towards your chest. And we got 20 seconds of this. Straight into spider climbers. So we drive that leg up outside the hand. And it's up to you what kind of tempo you can go here. You can take a pause in that spider position, or you can go from one to the next. Woo, and rest. Wow, that's going to be interesting come round 3. Okay, we're on our backs, and we're going to go to our single leg glute jumps. So it's alternating here, and we just do a little press and jump with the hips. Ready? Let's go. Hands down by your side. The knee, the opposite leg, drives up towards the ceiling. So you're getting a little bit of elevation. Nice bit of dynamic movement through the hip flexors, through your glutes, through your hamstrings. And if you find this one particularly tough, you can just go to single leg glute raises like this, or just double leg glute raises. if you need to. Rest there. Okay, so a couple of different variations. Plank combo. We do 20 seconds of plank up and downs, which is elbows up, and then we go 20 seconds plank jacks. There. Okay, let's go. So 20 seconds, start off with up and down. Remember when we did these last times, guys? We talked about trying to go up on our right, down on our right, and then up on our left, down on our left. Okay, now stay up tall, and you do a shoulder tap, and your legs go apart every time you tap your shoulder with your opposite hand. Bit of coordination needed. And rest. To your feet. We go left foot forward. Right arm up, jukes up. This is our boxing time. We go left, left, twisting with the right. 20 seconds, then we're going to switch sides. Ready? Go. Left, left, right. Left, left, right. So it's that jab, jab, double jab at the front, and then come across with this backhand. Again, try and get a good rhythm going. Always feels a bit weird, this one, if you haven't got a bag or anything in front of you to actually be striking. Switch sides, so change, right foot forward. So this time the double jab is with the right arm. Some of you are going to find this easier to do on one side than on the other. You've got to keep your arms up, keep your legs going. Try and stay light on your toes. Rest. It's time to say dead man burpee to a jumping jack. So you lower yourself down to the ground, hands and feet come off, up, and a star jump. Let's go. Lower, hands and feet off, press up, over the head climb. So you've got to get that quick little pause with your hands and feet off the ground. And a nice little star jump. Keep going, guys. Another 10 seconds. All the way down to the ground. Raise the hands and feet off. So you're starting from dead. And rest. Let's say that's one round. Take a drink, take a breather. We are back to our squats and rotations. Are we ready to go? 2, 1, let's go. Keep control, remember, when you rotate. Don't just twist in any old fashion. Control it, squeeze through that twisting motion. Might find a bit of fatigue coming into the shoulders now. After a lot of that pressing, burpee work. We'll get through it. It's all good. Bit of residual fatigue from Wednesday as well. It's all good. Last couple of seconds, guys. Oh, breather. Okay, we go to our press up and rotation. If you want a real challenge on this one, when you rotate here, come up into a star position. That's super challenge for you, if anyone fancies it. I'll give it a go, see how quickly I fall over. Ready? Let's go. Remember here, if you want to take the press up out, you can do. If you want to do a press up on your knees, told you it wouldn't be long, you can do. Really try and control that rotation round. Raise that leg as well as the arm into the star position. Oh, I'm all over the place. One more rep. Oh, good work. Someone liking that one. All right, planks and rotations. Remember, it's 20 seconds on each side. We want to try and stop those hips going backwards and forwards. So reduce the rotation if you need to a little bit. Ready? Let's go. So reach underneath, thread the needle, back up to the ceiling. Keep those hips forward. Keep that straight line. Ankles through hips to shoulders. Really important, we're not too high on that hip. Switch sides. And we're not too low either, so we don't want those hips to sag. And 20 seconds, let's go. All the time, think clean lines. Most of you guys, home fitness, fed up of me saying this about that shoulder, hip, ankle line. Super important. And all the rotational work we've done rest there in the pool these last couple of months. Hopefully some of that has made sense as to why those lines are so important. All right guys, it's our squat thrust and jump. Are we ready? Let's go. Squat down, plant hands, jump out, and a nice jump. Hands have got to touch before your feet drive backwards. And the same when you thrust in, feet land, hands come off, then you're ready to jump. You can use your arms, your elbows as a guide as well to help your knees. So if those knees are coming inside your arms, you know you need to drive them out a little bit more. And rest. Onto those plank pullovers. Remember, we want this to be in our arms and our shoulders if we can. Allow the legs to help the movement, to balance the movement. Try and engage the backs of your shoulders if you can. Ready? And we go. Press back, press forward and over the top. Press into the floor to take the hips back, pull them back over. So the legs are just bending and extending as a result of the movement that the upper arms are putting the body through. Kind of imagine yourself on a big beach ball here, and as you press back, you roll backwards on the beach ball, and as you pull forwards, you roll forwards on the beach ball. And rest. Climber combo. So when we go 20 seconds of a regular climber, bringing those knees towards your chest, and 20 seconds spider climber. I'll go face on for this one, so you can maybe see a little bit clearer where we're bringing those feet up outside on the spider ones. Let's go. If you feel your hips up here in the air, pull them back down. Again, try and get that nice straight line from shoulders through to ankles. Okay, so we're outside our foot now, and we switch, 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 switch. I'm just doing a little kind of bounce at the top there. Just give me a bit of focus time. Some of you guys might be churning these out like crazy spiders. Relax. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, it's our hip thrust jumps now. Again, remember the variations you can do on this. You can do the single leg jumps here, or you can just do alternate hip raise or a double leg hip raise. Your call, but we're ready? Let's go. You're doing the jumps here. You've got to make sure that you do get that full elevation with the hips though, before you release the foot from the floor. Okay? Not going to get the same kind of benefit if your hips aren't coming up like this. Okay? You've got to really get into that extension through the hip flexor. driving the opposite leg really up to the ceiling, rest. Alright, it's that plank combo. So I'm not sure if you could see it on the last time, guys, but the legs are doing this whole time. Every shoulder tap you do, it's on the second 20, those legs jack out to the side. Ready? Let's go. Ups and downs first. Up on the right, down on the right. Up on the left, down on the left. Just makes it a little bit more challenging on the brain as well as on the body. It's a thinking man's sport after all. Okay, stay up there. Tap jacks. Great one for coordination. Get those feet landing outside hip width at the same time that you strike each shoulder. And rest. Boxing time. This is where you all feel a little bit daft. But great for the heart rate. Keeping it up nice and high. If you're doing this in a room with your siblings, face away from one another. We don't want any bloodied noses. Ready? Let's go. Jab, jab, cross. Left foot forward, left hand leading that jab. And I've got to hold my hands up all time. Trying to stay light on my feet, so I'm kind of bouncing a little bit as I'm moving. Switch sides. Let's go. You can move it around a bit if you want, but keep your jukes up. There's a saying for you kids. Ask your parents about what jukes are. Look it up. Found me some cool pictures on the internet. And rest there of guys, old school boxers with their jukes up. Alright, rest time. It's the final exercise of round 2. The dead man, burpee, jack. The dead man isn't called Jack. He could be. We should call it dead person burpee, really. Let's go. Drop down. Lower. Hands and feet up. Up. Jumping jack. Control to the floor. Don't let yourself thud into the floor. Hope you guys are all feeling okay. Nearly 2/3 of the way through this workout. One more round of each exercise to go. Last one. And we rest. Oh. Good work. Breathe the time, we've got 10 seconds. And we're straight back to our squats with rotations. Are we ready to go, guys? 2, 1, here we go. Now fatigue is the key. Alright, very, very simple now to just technique out the window. Slow it down if you absolutely need to. Got to control that rotation. More control, better it's going to be. The more correct muscles you're going to be using, the more correct muscles we're going to be training. If we think muscles learn, they get trained by being put through movements. So if we compromise those movements, we're missing out on some really cool training opportunity. Rest. We've said it so many times about technique in the pool when we're doing hard sets, holding technique together, training our muscles in those difficult circumstances. Okay, it's the press up and star rotation. If your arms still work, that is. We ready? Let's go. And see if you can balance, hold, and control that star position. Or if you're just onto your side there, into a T position, that's pretty cool too. If you're struggling a bit with the close grip press-ups, which requires a little bit more strength, particularly through your triceps, you can go into a normal press-up. Your call. Whatever you need to do to keep getting through it, and rest. Gonna be some new DOMs tomorrow. Alright, so our plank with rotation now. Left side first, 20 seconds. We're getting about 5 rotations in, 5 or 6 on each side. Are we ready? So let's go. Plank up, thread the needle, reach to the sky. Thread the needle, reach to the sky. It's halfway through, that's 3. 6 is a good number to do. 4, 5, last one. 6. I'm trying to time that exhale on this set now as I bring my arm back around. Let's go. Halfway. Bracing as I unfold that rotation. And relax. Whew. Alright, so squat thrusts. Good old squat thrust. Yeah, 5 seconds to go, guys. Nearly through it. Let's keep going, eh? Let's push, 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 push. Now, if you're still with us, come on, let's do this. Squat, thrust, out, in. Nice tall jump. Thrust out, in. Remember, hands and feet together. Got to be touching the floor at the same time to get that full range of movement. Nice explosive jump. Drive those toes down towards the floor. Same as you guys are going to do off a turn, driving those toes back towards the wall or off your blocks, driving those feet back to the wall behind you. Rest. Ah, man, they are brutal. Awesome. Plank, pullovers. Quick drink. Are we ready? Start playing. Remember, your arms, your back controls the movement here. Allow your legs to bend and extend. If you can't keep your arms straight when you're doing the pullover, then use your legs a little bit more. We're trying to get into working our lats, which is arguably the hardest muscle group to get into with just body weight exercises. But this here, no different really from that pull down rest there throughout the first part of your stroke, which is super lat dominant. Whew. Climber time. Remember, we go 20 seconds regular climber, 20 seconds spider climbs. Are we ready? Let's do it. Yeah, keep pushing. Get a tempo in your head. Some of you guys will have your music on. Try and get the beat. Hopefully you've got a fast tempoed song going. We're ready? Spider climb time. Step outside, switch. You can, depends how far up you get with your jumps, whether you spend a bit of time up there, or whether you just keep going. Hand rest. Ah, heart rate through the roof. If any of you guys have got Fitbits on or heart rate monitors, I'd love for you to post at the end what kind of rate you're getting up to. Okay, hip thrust, alternating jumps. Let's go. Remember, you just got to keep moving here. The dynamic stuff is a struggle. Take it down a notch. Work at your level, but keep moving. Challenging your heart and your lungs to continually supply oxygenated blood around your body. Rest. Plank combo time. 20 seconds of plank up and downs, 20-second plank jacks. Great but tough exercise, the plank jack. Are we ready? Let's go. Down on right, up on right. Down on left, up on left. How well here can you stop your hips and shoulders rocking from side to side? Super, super tough on this one because of the asymmetric nature of it. Up we go, tap jacks. Again, get some good rhythm going here. Don't keep your hips down if you can. Last one, and rest. Time to box. Sucking in the air. Nearly there, guys, nearly there. Are we ready? Jukes up. Let's go. Bang, bang. Jab, jab, cross. Jab, jab, cross. Move yourself around to make sure that you are light on your feet. Move forwards. Bang. Move backwards. And switch sides. Let's go again. Just imagine my, John's, Rich, or Mikkel's face in front here when you're at the end of a really tough set. And we're going, come on, one more rep, one more rep. Oh, rest. Ah. Final 40 seconds of pure enjoyment. Dead man burping. 10 seconds. Here we go. Wow. Are we ready? 2, 1. Let's do it. And again. Right, so squeeze that elevation with your hands and your legs. So you're really working all the way down the back as well. So it's still an active point of the movement. And then power yourself up. You got 10 more seconds. Stay with me, guys. 5 more seconds. Last jump up. And time. Woo! Ah, well done, guys. Well done. Give yourself a thumbs up, pat on the back. And give you 30 seconds to catch your breath. 30 seconds for me to catch my breath, who am I kidding? And we're going to head to the floor and stretch this out. All right, nice and simple, guys. Down we go. We're going to go left foot into our right knee. And we're just going to crawl fingertips down our leg, just like we did Wednesday. Nice, simple, easy, effective hamstring stretch. Just a couple of breaths in that position. Slide back up. Turn your t-shirt, your chest to face your other knee. Bring your left arm up and around behind your ear. And try and keep your torso facing over that bent knee. Feel a nice stretch all the way up through your side from your lower back. And bring it back around. And we go back down forwards. And just see if we can breathe down a little bit further this time. And relax up. Switch sides. Nicely done. First of all, just crawl those fingertips down. You guys will be able to get to different levels I said before, some of you are going to be getting your chest right down towards your thighs here. Some of you, like me, got a bit of a way to go, but that's cool. And relax it back up. Back of the hand goes into that left ankle or calf. Twist your torso to face that outward knee. Bring the arm behind and over. And again, just try and lower yourself down, keeping that body rotated. Couple of breaths. And back around. Once more down the leg. Again, just see if you can breathe it down a little bit further. Breathing all the time as you're doing it. And bring it back up. We're going to go around onto our hip flexors. We start with my left hip flexor, so left knee on the floor, rear foot untucked. Just a little hip flexor sequence here. We're going to sink down first of all with our rear foot untucked, keeping our torso up nice and tall. Bit of a combo this one now of what we've done the last 2 workouts this week. Couple of breaths there, bring it back up, tuck the toes, and then sink back in with those hips. Couple of breaths there. And then rock it back up. Keep that back foot tucked. Roll your chest down towards that front knee. Walk your hands forward into that sunk position. Engage through your middle. Bring your arms forward. See they're at this nice forward pointing angle. And then sweep all the way up to the ceiling. And from here I'm going to drive through my front leg. Engage through my back. Try and straighten out to a nice tall holding lunge position. And lower back down. Hands to side. Bring that knee back and switch sides. So simple hip flexor to start off with. Sink the hips forward. Couple of breaths. Heart rate's coming down slowly, hopefully. Rock it back, tuck the back toes. A perfect eagle eye view now of how you guys manage to write and message things in the middle of all these stretches and workouts, because it's happening right over there in that corner of this room. And just rock it back. Take your chest down to your knee, keep your back foot tucked. Rock it forward. There, engage through your middle. Arms reach directly forward over your shoulders. Use your core, your middle, to upright yourself. And then strong through the front leg. Raise your back knee off the ground. Trying to get your back leg nice and straight. Doesn't matter if there's a slight bend in the knee, but just feel that stretch all the way through. And lower back. Drop the hands. Bring your knees together. Keep your hips above your knees. Hands out in front of your shoulders. And sink the head down towards the ground. So I'm just going to turn to the front here so you can see. So at the minute we are front on. I'm going to rock it back forward. I'm going to take each of my hands out so they're just outside one of my shoulders. And I'm going to sink my hips back again square to my heels. So you should now feel a nice stretch through real one side of your shoulder and your back. Couple of breaths. Bring it up. Take your hands out to the other side. You can place your non-stretching hand on top to give it a bit of friction. Stop it from sliding. And again, sink back the hips. Nice couple of breaths. And back up to the middle. From there, keep your toes untucked. Lower those hips. Final abdominal stretch now, so engage through your abs and breathe so that you can really stretch them here without going into that lower back too much. Shoulders away from your ears. Look to the left, look to the right. Look down. Look up. Hips back. Tuck your toes. Drive your hips upwards and backwards. Back nice and flat, nice and straight. Head relax, neck relax. Shoulders away from ears. Heels pressing down towards the ground. Slight bend in the knee. Hands pressing into the ground. Extending those shoulders back. And nice and slowly inch it back up to a forward fold. Just have a hang there for a few seconds. Bend your knees if you want to, get those hands nice and flat. Extend them a bit, bend them, extend them, just a bit of time in that position. And then slowly, 1 inch at a time, 1 vertebra at a time. Up we come. Shoulders back, chin raised. Boom! It's the weekend. Namaste.